Hey there friends, thanks for checking in. This video has to do with money. A very personal subject, very touchy subject. People say, you know what, me and my money, just leave me alone. And we have this battle going on right now with the haves and the have-nots. And a lot of the have-nots say things like, must be nice to have those things. Recently I put out a video about my handgun collection. I showed off some very nice handguns. And some comments I got back with, must be nice to be able to afford that stuff. Must be nice to be rich. I want to tell you something. I'm not rich. I know how to sacrifice. And that seems to be a lost art in this country. People don't sacrifice anything. It's a much simpler argument to say it must be nice and continue to live your lifestyle without trying to advance. See, there are blueprints everywhere of how to get more money. The difference between the have-nots is they're not willing to do what the haves are. Now, I realize everybody's in a different situation. Things come up and you know, we go through peaks and valleys in our financial life. But we should always be trying to advance and do a little less complaining. I was at Starbucks this morning. I cannot stand Starbucks. I was on my way to a friend's house. They asked me to pick them up a cup of coffee. I said, no problem. The line was out the door of people of, you know, just buying these $6, $7 coffees. I couldn't believe it. A construction worker saying, I would like a frappe with a little extra whipped cream with some sprinkles and a dash of caramel. And I just wanted to pull my hair out. I said, this is pathetic. You know, why don't you go buy a $15 Mr. Coffee and some generic coffee and get it for under 10 cents a cup? You know, or come up with a plan where you're not spending just frivolously. The sacrificing is the lost art, but the complaining is at an all-time high. Must be nice. You know, people say, well, what do you do, Dan? Well, I tell you what, I caught cable TV. It's something I think is a complete ripoff. I made a video on it. I'll attach a card right now. You know, it's important to have internet. You don't need TV. A lot of other alternatives out there, lesser expensive alternatives. A gym membership. People pay hundreds of dollars a month for a gym membership they don't use. You know what? Get off the couch, go walking around your block. Go walking around your area. I do a lot of my stuff at my kids' playground. You know, you don't need to spend hundreds of dollars. And if you do and you use it, great. If not, cut it. People go on vacation all the time. They say, you know what, this is what we do. As a family, this is what we do. But you're barely making ends meet. Not everybody, you know what I'm saying? You know what? These cruises, oh, it's all inclusive. I've never been on a cruise in my life. Ever. And at this point, I don't plan on doing it. Well, that's just you. Well, yeah, that's just fine, but don't say it must be nice. Or it's nice to be rich when you're not willing to sacrifice. People go out to eat all the time. They spend hundreds of dollars going out to eat. You know, surf and turf, man. I had a long, hard week at work. You know, if you had a long, hard week at work, that's the expectation. You don't deserve some special reward to go spend all your money on that. You know, just my opinion, but these are, come on. If you like to go out and party and drink, you know, get a 12-pack of beer, invite some friends over and get a pizza. 1/4 the cost. Well, I need to get out of the house. Fine, go to their house and do it. You know, spending $80 to $150 just to go out and party makes no sense to me. And don't sit back and say, well, it must be nice. People go out golfing, they spend hundreds of dollars. Well, it must be nice to have that gun. I tell you, must be nice. Must be nice to have those nice things that you have as you're in line getting your $8, $9 frappe with some caramel sprinkled on it, you know. What a joke. So it's time to get back to advancing. How do we advance? Well, you make some of these changes and you look at people who have more, talk to them, and find out what they're doing. Get some good tips. Change some things in your life. Cut out the fat of your financial diet and advance in your life. Do a little less complaining, a little more advancing, and over time you will see that you are in a far better financial situation where maybe you can get a higher end gun or something else that you want by sacrificing and not cutting too much into the family budget. If you like videos like this, please subscribe and share. I always appreciate the thumbs up button. Thanks for watching, and you guys be safe.